Think you've seen beautiful landscapes before? Wait until you witness Norway's fjords. Towering cliffs, crystal clear waters, and waterfalls crashing from impossible heights, it feels like stepping into another world. From the legendary Fjord to the breathtaking Fjord, every view looks unreal. And the best part? Photos don't even come close to capturing the magic. Today we will talk about Norway's fjords will leave you speechless. Here's why. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. A landscape forged by ice and time. Norway's fjords are among the most dramatic natural formations on Earth, shaped over millions of years by massive glaciers carving deep valleys into the coastline. When the ice retreated, seawater flooded these valleys, creating long, narrow inlets surrounded by towering cliffs that rise almost vertically from the water. This geological process, repeated across western Norway, produced more than 1,000 fjords, each with its own unique shape and character. The result is a landscape that feels almost surreal, where land and sea collide in dramatic silence. The sheer scale and depth of these formations make them one of the most visually powerful natural wonders in Europe. 2. The iconic Fjord and its dramatic beauty, one of the most famous fjords, is the UNESCO-listed Fjord, often described as the crown jewel of Norwegian nature. Stretching about 15 kilometers, it is surrounded by steep mountains that rise over 1,300 meters above sea level. What makes Fjord unforgettable are its legendary waterfalls such as the Seven Sisters and the Suder, which cascade down sheer cliffs into deep blue waters. Small farms cling impossibly to the mountainsides, some abandoned but still visible as reminders of human resilience in extreme terrain. Cruising through this fjord feels like entering a painting that constantly shifts with light, mist, and weather. 3. Fjord. The narrowest and most intimate wonder, another breathtaking destination, is the UNESCO-protected Fjord, one of the narrowest fjords in Europe, sometimes only 250 meters wide. Despite its narrowness, it is surrounded by mountains that soar more than 7,100 meters high, creating a dramatic vertical landscape. This contrast between tight water passages and towering cliffs creates an almost cathedral-like atmosphere. Silence dominates here, broken only by waterfalls and distant echoes. Traditional villages like Gudvangen at its edge give visitors a glimpse into Norway's deep cultural connection with fjord life, where isolation once shaped entire communities. 4. Fjord. The king of fjords, the largest and deepest fjord in Norway, is the mighty Fjord, often called the King of Fjords. Stretching over 200 kilometers inland, it reaches depths of more than 1,300 meters below sea level. Its sheer scale is difficult to comprehend until you are physically there, surrounded by endless water flanked by mountains that stretch into the clouds. The fjord branches into smaller arms like Orland Fjord and Rifjord, each with its own distinct scenery. Along its shores lie charming villages, orchards, and historic stave churches, blending natural grandeur with centuries of human heritage. 5. Waterfalls, wildlife, and ever-changing weather. What makes Norway's fjords especially captivating is the constant movement within the landscape. Thousands of waterfalls cascade down cliffs, especially during spring when melting snow feeds powerful streams. Wildlife thrives in this environment, including seals, porpoises, and a variety of seabirds that nest along the cliffs. Inland forests host elk and red deer, while the waters are rich with fish. Weather changes rapidly, transforming the scenery within minutes. From bright sunlight illuminating emerald waters to mist rolling through valleys, creating a mysterious, almost cinematic atmosphere. 6. Life in fjord villages and cultural heritage. Human life in the fjords has always adapted to nature's extremes. Small villages such as Felm, Undredel, and Geringer have developed unique cultural identities shaped by isolation and geography. Traditional wooden houses, steep-roofed farms, and historic churches reflect centuries of resilience. Farming on steep mountain slopes required ingenuity, and fishing in deep waters provided sustenance for generations. Today, these villages preserve cultural traditions while welcoming travelers, offering local foods like cured meats, fresh salmon, and brown cheese that reflect Norway's rural heritage. 7. Adventure and exploration in every direction. Exploring Norway's fjords is not a passive experience. It is an invitation to adventure. Hiking trails like Trolltunga and Preikestolen offer panoramic views that seem to float above the world. Kayaking through narrow fjord waters brings you face-to-face with cliffs that rise like stone walls. Scenic train journeys, such as the Felm Railway, descend through dramatic valleys and waterfalls, offering some of the most beautiful rail routes on the planet. Whether by foot, boat, or train, every perspective reveals a new layer of beauty that feels almost untouched by time. 8. Why Norway's fjords leave a lasting impression. What truly sets Norway's fjords apart is not only their physical grandeur, but the deep emotional and psychological impact they have on anyone who experiences them. Standing in front of places like Geringer Fjord, Nrifjord, or the vast expanse of Sognefjord creates a rare moment where human presence feels incredibly small compared to the scale of nature. The cliffs rise so steeply and so high that they almost erase the sky, while the water below stretches into deep silence that feels timeless. This combination of vertical mountains and horizontal stillness produces a sense of awe that is difficult to replicate anywhere else in the world. Another reason these fjords leave such a lasting impression is the way they constantly change with light and weather. A single location can look completely different within minutes. Morning sunlight may illuminate the water in bright turquoise tones, while afternoon clouds can wrap the cliffs in mist, turning the landscape into something mysterious and dreamlike. Conclusion: Norway's fjords are far more than scenic travel destinations. They are living masterpieces shaped by ancient glaciers, time, and natural forces that continue to inspire awe in every visitor. From the dramatic cliffs of Geirangerfjord to the narrow, cathedral-like waters of Nrifjord and the vast, powerful expanse of Sognefjord, each fjord tells a story of geological wonder and natural artistry. What makes these landscapes truly unforgettable is not just their physical beauty, but the feeling they create. Silence broken only by waterfalls, mist drifting between mountains, and reflections so perfect they seem unreal. Life in these regions, shaped by isolation and resilience, adds cultural depth to the experience, while adventure activities allow travelers to engage with the fjords in deeply personal ways. In the end, Norway's fjords leave an imprint that goes beyond photography or description. They remind us of the Earth's raw power and quiet elegance, offering a rare moment where nature feels both infinite and intimate at the same time. Once seen, they are never forgotten. They stay with you long after you leave. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.